All right, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to Minecraft, where this time we're going to check out some glitches, some trickaroos, some cheatsy doodles, whatever you want to call it, that I think have the potential to be pretty helpful. Hopefully you'll learn something new. I know a lot of people out there are encyclopedias of Minecraft knowledge, so maybe this isn't for you, but I'm not going to sell myself short. Let's get started with things. I'm in 1.9, so all these are obviously working as of 1.9. Let's start off with the first one, which is a super easy X-ray glitch. So you can check out what's around underground. If you're trying to find a stronghold, it can be super helpful. First off, you want to dig down a little bit, and you're going to put down a rail, minecart, and some leaves on top of that. Any kind of leaves should do. Gonna get in the minecart here. Currently, my graphics are in fancy because that's how I usually play. But once I'm in here, I can go into my video settings, change them to fast, and now all of a sudden, I can look around. Now, wherever you enter the thing, you're not gonna be able to see through, but you can obviously switch the side, move your minecart over there, and then you can see on the other side. But we've got a pretty nice, like, 270-degree view of what's going on underground here, which is quite boring at the moment. This place, not so good for going and finding caves, I suppose. Anyway, so you can go and switch your graphics back into fancy whenever you're done, if that's how you play, and keep on going about your day. So that's glitch number one. Let's move on to number two, which is a super easy duplication glitch, specifically for rails and carpets, things that sit on top of other blocks. So you're gonna wanna create a piston setup, like so, which is pretty easy to do. And then you'll need a rail or a carpet. And then a pumpkin is sort of the item of choice here because melons break, but it does work with a melon if that's sort of all you have on hand. So put the pumpkin down like so. Go ahead and put your rail or carpet down on top, and then give that piston a push. And you'll notice what happens is it pushes the rail down on the ground, but it also drops another rail. So you get, well, a duplication there. And if I'm in survival mode, which I can switch to really quickly, then I can go ahead and I can break the rail, pick it back up, and rinse and repeat. Let's do that again. Boom, get our stuff back, and keep on getting more rails. Now again, works with carpet as well, and with melon. So we'll give this a go right here. Boom, push the carpet down below, and now all of a sudden we have two carpets when we only had one. So you can get an infinity amount of rails or carpets from only having one initially. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Anyway, that's glitch number two. Now, our third thing here, I'm not entirely sure if you truly consider it a glitch, and maybe more so just a helpful trickaroo that you can do if you want. And you may be familiar, I've done a video on it in the past, but I figured our list wouldn't be complete without it. It's infinite flight with the elytra. So you're gonna need an elytra, obviously. And then healing arrows, they're good, they're helpful. It'll make it so you don't die in flight, so you can get a hold of those. That's great. Otherwise, normal arrows are fine. You're going to want a bow with infinity and punch 2 are the recommended settings to go with. And then a bit of armor can't hurt as well. And you can take like golden apples with you if you want, just to, you know, not have to worry about dying with regular arrows. So pile on some golden apples because those are cheap to make. So once you've donned your elytra and gotten up to a high elevation, creative mode works well for that, go ahead and activate your elytra, and once you've gotten a little bit of speed and you're flying in the air, you want to whip out your bow and basically start shooting arrows in the hopes that you hit yourself. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, and even I'm not great at it, but eventually you'll hit yourself, and then it gives you a little boost, just like that. So then you can go down, swoop, graze the water. Hopefully I don't mess this up, and then start shooting arrows. There you go. I hit myself, and then I'm back up in the air. And you just keep repeating the process, basically, until either you fail or run out of arrows, in the case of healing, or kill yourself accidentally. So that's infinite flight with the elytra. At least my aim isn't doing too terribly here. I find that even though you can't really see what you're doing when you're in whatchamacallit, third person, it's still not too terribly difficult to hit yourself. Eventually, sometimes you do mess up like that, though. But that's the basic idea of infinite flight with the elytra. You guys see that? I was like Superman. It's a bird. It's okay. They're not impressed. Now for my final act, 2 acts, we venture into the nether, where we can do stuff that I'll show you. All right, so item number 1, getting up top above the bedrock in the nether. So first off, you're gonna wanna mine your way up to the very top until you hit bedrock, and you wanna be looking at y equals 127. If you look kind of 3 lines from the bottom in F3, it says looking at 15, 127, negative 9. And that's what you're going for. And then ideally, if you're able to sort of work your way around until you find a spot that looks like this, to where you can stand on a block and then look down a path that's 2 blocks long, that's going to be your easiest way to do it. Just throw some ender pearls and hope that you do it right. There you go. And you're up top all of a sudden. Now, your biggest problem, obviously, is now, well, how do I get back down? I'm up here, which is great and all, but now I'm stuck. So that's why I have these other items on me, and that's where we get to our final glitch. I've seen a bunch of ways that people have done this, breaking bedrock, that is, and with trees or these crazy explosive contraptions, but this seems to be the easiest one, still working in 1.9, obviously. It requires you to have beaten the Ender Dragon if you're trying to do it in survival mode, so you have the egg on you. Then all you're going to need to do, we'll switch back into survival here, is make this pretty simple little contraption. So wire out some redstone, and it relies, oddly enough, on render distance to do. So I don't think there's like an exact distance that works ideally here. But what you're going to do is just try to get about a couple of chunks away from where you put your piston. And then you're going to wire up a little thing like this, just the repeaters so the signal makes it. Put a lever down, activate your piston. And then go ahead and place your dragon egg on top and run back over. And then you're going to change your render distance. It's so weird. I know. It's very weird. Options, video settings, bring your render distance all the way down to 2 chunks. And then see how it kind of disappears. It gradually does because of the fog. But it should be unloaded now. And then toggle this. Then go ahead and run back over. And all of a sudden, you broke your bedrock. It's so weird. It's so weird, isn't it? And then hold on. Let's go ahead and disable this, just so we can see what's going on down there. Now, obviously, you're going to need to have done this in a place where the bedrock was only 1 block thick. So ideally, like track where you came through the roof, and then do this right at that spot because you know it's only 1 block thick there. And then you can go up and down. Real weird, isn't it? But that, breaking bedrock in Minecraft 1.9 it's much easier than many of the other ways that people have done it. So, yeah, man. Anyway, those are our 5 glitches. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Hopefully you learned something new, maybe found something useful. This is a very spooky, eerie ambiance here. But anyway, yeah, make sure to like if you liked, subscribe for more videos if this is new for you, and I guess I'll see you next time.